Hello, people of the internet, and welcome back to the tiger taking up the judge's stand. Although I think he stepped back down.
No,
now.
he's on the witness stand.
He is now, but he was up where the judge was earlier.
He was?
Yeah. I can play it back if you want. Here, I'll pause the episode real quick.
Yeah.
Never mind. I just looked at it wrong. I thought for sure I saw him like when the judge's seat was empty, and then I saw Tigre. For some reason, I thought he was like, and I was like, what the fuck? That's because I thought he was where the judge was, and I was like, what is he doing there?
Not gonna lie, that would have been kind of interesting to see the judge in the on the witness stand and the fucking Don Tigre's the judge.
Yeah.
That would have been some weird shit.
Well, my bad. I looked at it wrong.
Oh no! What if one of these times we have to go back into the other judge's court because it's our judges on the witness stand?
Oh no!
That would be weird.
That would be.
Also, I don't remember what voice I gave that guy.
You made him like high. You made him sound high or something.
Oh, okay. Like a "What's up, bruh?" That sort of thing.
Kinda, I think.
Okay. So, bruh.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Ted and Linda every single day. You don't want to check my alibi, you just ask me a letter. Last I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Arrgh! What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting like that. I know the kind of games that you guy in the blue plays.
That
No life ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
low life. Me?
Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you're just gonna borrow the cash from me.
That's one lung contract I refuse to sign.
And don't think it gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. That's really not.
This witness is, how can I put it, a hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side, and he'll bite everyone's heads off. Yours too.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here.
Does that mean I can't press things?
You better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus.
The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of witness
Okay.
Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can do it, Nick.
Come on from under the table already, would you, Maya?
This is bullshit.
Yeah, it really is.
Also, we're still at half health.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, tied up with business.
What's it?
Okay, well, I'm gonna save here because I want to know what his business is, and I'm hoping this would be relevant. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know.
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini?
She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, so that's why I was.
It seems like a rather, sketchy schedule. Good.
There he goes again. What the tiger did was... December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? I can save. Mr. Tigre?
What do you want?
If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail.
This is a dead end, right? And you know it. Remember the rules.
No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Where were you on the office were you in the office that day too?
Maybe you wasn't listening, but of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before.
I do believe the witness's last statement was important.
Mr. Godot, if you could please...
Mr. Tigre, the court asks you to add that last statement to your testimony.
Don't let an animal beat you, mate. Be a man, Your Honor, and then ask him yourself. Okay. Cool. So we got that added.
Great.
So...
That was relevant.
Yes.
Okay. He says he never had seen Glenn before. Which, that's probably true.
I'm going to find... I think he had...
Oh, no, wait. That can't be true.
Meet with the
because-
tiger.
Yeah. And he had to have met with him before because...
Because of the debt. The
Yeah.
money he borrowed.
Right.
Mr. Tigre, you came to not know Mr. Glen Elk. But it appears that Mr. Glen Elk knew you.
What?
Mr. Elk left a little note on his calendar. Meet with the tiger. And the date? December 3rd.
December 3rd? That's the day of the murder.
So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glen Elk. Because of the very day of the incident, you met with him.
Not bad! He was actually not bad.
Sorry?
I was just messing with you to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad.
That's one comment I can do without. Plus, he's lying to his teeth.
Which are very sharp.
Yes.
Witness, please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, bro.
So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth. Ha. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre.
Oh, yes. Would you mind indulging the court, witness?
He never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. I'm not even gonna make the joke.
Good. I ain't no liar. I never met Glen Elk. There was some lame guy with that name, though. Wanted a broadcast from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, Tender Lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never been to the Tribulations joint, you see her?
I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet with the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right?
Nah. Okay.
This is bullshit. Why are we being punished?
Because he's fucking angry.
I don't know, man. It's I guess to add difficulty.
It's already fucking difficult enough as it is. Shit, he's intimidating the judge and Maya and everything. Like, fuck, what?
Yeah. Well,
I ain't never been to that Tribulations joint.
you think we should press that?
Why do you even mention it if he's never been there?
Well, let's...
Also, that's completely bullshit because we've seen him in Vitamin Square, which is directly behind fucking...
No. Let's see where it takes us. Never? Not even once?
Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee. Capiche? How would he know about that if he said he never knew about the murder?
Yeah, that is true.
Do you think he really didn't meet Glen Elk?
Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing.
Yeah. So you mean that whole testimony he just gave was a lie?
Of course. So we can't afford to give him the time to think of ways to plug the leaks in. I've got to nail him while I still can.
Out of context means right?
Yeah. Okay, well that didn't give us any... penalty. So maybe I can press? And yet, your name was written on the victim's calendar.
Get that nose calendar out of my face. I'm the tiger, not a lame voice, you porcupine. Tigers like me eating was just like that for breakfast.
No. Witnesses aren't permitted to eat evidence. Not that they ever would.
Well, there was a case once where a young lady...
Anyway, that was me. That was Phoenix, remember? Where he ate the necklace.
Oh yeah!
Yeah.
I completely forgot. He's like, this is clearly just like, watch it. See, it's a fake.
No.
Right?
No.
Because it
No.
was supposed to be like a no.
No. He was
'Cause
talking.
it was a candy necklace, right?
It was Mia's case. Before Phoenix was a lawyer, when he was in the pink sweater.
Oh, okay, but yeah, it was just a candy necklace, and that's why.
No.
Right?
No. It was a legit real necklace.
And he swallowed it.
Yeah. Because it had the container that would have.
Oh, right, because it would have incriminated Dolly or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot he was the judge for that too. And
Yeah.
how does it? Every time we come back here, he seems to just never remember Mr. Wright,
Right.
like at all. It's
Yeah.
like, what? Why?
It's like, Your Honor, we've met before when I was on trial this one time.
We've met on a multitude of occasions, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
but-
you're the guy who intimidated me last time. No, that was my phony.
Wait. You're the. Oh yeah, you're the big guy with the spiky hair and the weird accent. I can't-
No, that was that was the phony.
The sharp teeth.
No, the phony.
Sunburn.
No, the phony. I give up. Anyway,
Didn't you crash your scooter recently?
that was the phony again too. if you had never met with a victim before, how do you explain this note he left behind?
Some lame guy with the name.
Yeah, that's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. He wasn't due for discussing borrow money, but repaying what he owed.
Oh yeah, maybe he was right. Whatever it was, I was going down at the beginning of December.
So you did meet Mr. Elk then?
Hey, right, you might want to cool your jets a sec.
So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Tribulations then?
Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I want to talk with my clients, I got an office decked out for the job. I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there.
Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know. So you're in your office the day in question? He didn't show up?
Huh. What do you think, Trey? Let's see. How does a dead man get it from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office?
And you yourself didn't go to Tribulations?
What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you just come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way. Yeah? I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there.
No need. I'm good, thanks.
Listen up. I ain't got nothing more to say except this.
Oh, well, we already pressed this, but let's do it again. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so we pressed everything,
Right.
which means there's something we need to present.
Well,
What does it say specifically on the calendar?
meet with the tiger. It doesn't say where.
where.
It just says on the 3rd of December, meet with the tiger.
Yeah. What do we have? Tribune matches.
Oh yeah!
Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
Matches? What you was talking about?
We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant.
What?
Have you really never been to Tribune before? What was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You've been stooping around my stuff too now, wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no brown controlling me. Jeez, I ain't never been in that fucking restaurant. It was probably Viola or whatever. She must have eaten there. She's into that weird maid bullshit.
Jeez.
Order. Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm totally sorry, forgive me.
I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But, okay, I was at the joint that day.
What?
But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid. Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it wasn't him. Proving it was him. He did meet with Gun Elg that day, and did put poison in his coffee. He must have.
I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant in the afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. No problem. Anytime Trey presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty.
Okay, so now... Okay, cool.
Mr. Godot, that's my job.
Your job is to sign that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it.
Yes, sir.
The Special Express ain't cheap, right? Just so you know since you's paying.
Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here?
Not when you're dealing with this guy, apparently.
Yeah.
When this guy shows up in court, apparently just all hell breaks loose.
All rules go out the window.
Murder in my murder courtroom.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing I can't press anything this time. But I'm gonna test it.
You can probably test some stuff, but not everything.
Yeah. So the meeting wasn't due to take place at $10 at all then?
The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It was always that way when I wanted to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you ever seen in there, if there are any issues.
Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come. So that's why you decided to meet at Tribulations?
Ha! You're going over old ground again, Trey.
Sorry.
You just earned yourself a penalty. No, suck it down.
I won't.
Okay, so... Open the door, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. The place was already hot. It was gonna be, so I split. Sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office.
Okay, why don't you testify why you split if the cops are coming? So you didn't have to sit put inside the restaurant then?
The tiger is a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation.
So, when exactly did you pick up the matches?
There were matches just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking $5 home.
Poor Gumshoe. It's almost enough to make men cry. That didn't give us a penalty, that's cool.
Cool.
Okay, saving that.
Okay, so he stepped foot in and he grabbed the matches.
Okay.
I guess.
And I guess he saw the body.
Right.
Which he would have had to step in to see the body because of the fucking...
Well, right, because there's the fucking, like, entryway thing with the cash register right there. And he's on the other side of that wall right there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he would have to come in and see the body.
Because there's dividers as well.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. That seems fishy.
And you went straight back? Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did?
What are you trying to say? You trying to tell me you ain't never been guilty of nothing? We all have our crosses to bear. We all have to swallow the dark secrets we hide. Like this.
The courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it?
It seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright. Another irrelevant line of questioning. I will suppose their penalty accordingly. Okay,
I
so
will not
that's
take that penalty.
Not the... Did that take 2 off?
No, I only took 1.
Hmm.
Well, this one didn't give me a penalty,
So I split. One ugly scene, laid out, stiff as concrete, so I split. Okay.
Okay, what do we have? Wait.
He came in and he says the guy was already dead.
Yes. I'm gonna try pressing this, see what it gets me. You mean to say you saw Glenelg's dead body?
I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggedy bit of cloth he called a hat.
And what time was this?
I don't know.
Huh?
You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches. Round watches. I ain't gonna pull up my paws with some ticking henpecker.
Out of interest, Mr. Tigre, what winds you up the second most?
Huh? What do you think? Square watches.
Is this guy for real?
Look, all I needed to know was that something bad was going down in that place.
Okay, that didn't give me penalty either. I'm gonna try pressing this one, see what it gets me.
The one ugly scene?
Yeah, why not?
Alright.
An ugly scene? What do you mean?
The witnesses already told us, right? Which makes that question irrelevant.
But...
I limit myself to 70 cups of coffee during the trial. That's the rule. You better limit the number of times you take a penalty, trite. Or your guts will look like the inside of a chimney. Ashes.
Okay.
So I guess we can't press on that one either. Alright, so is this everything we've gotten so far?
No, I already pressed this.
Like, have we pressed on everything we can?
Let's see. Laid out.
Split.
Oh yeah, we pressed everything.
Okay, so now we gotta present something, right?
Yes.
That afternoon, which, I mean, alright. Hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. Top sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. I mean, okay, fine. So, sure, maybe he split and went straight back to his office. Even if he did commit the murder, fine. But there's no way Glenn was already dead by the time he got in there. There's no way. Because he's the one that put the poison in the coffee.
Well, obviously, but obviously he's lying. We just gotta find a way to prove it. What did this say again? No, that doesn't say anything. Okay, this shows.
So that's the front door there, which means that there's
Wait.
a cash register area, and he
Okay.
did the fucking.
He could not have seen. He cannot have seen it because the floor plans.
Show that there's a wall in between there.
Yeah. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre?
No one escapes the tiger's clutches.
Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro.
Eh.
No one escapes the Phoenix's clutches, and I think it's time we got something straight.
What's this, trite? A new line of irrelevant questioning.
These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre. From there, your field of vision would have covered an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I said I saw the back of the kid's head.
Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back, you'll remember between each of the tables is a tall partition. Oh, I guess there really were only 2 tables. Oh
Even
well.
so.
Yeah.
Why? That's true.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision at any customer walking in ends here.
Yeah.
So, from the entrance of Trey Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him.
Wrong. Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved the point to be moot. The victim, witnessed by Kudo, was not Glenn Elk, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify. The real killer posed as a victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious question being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated a victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Elk, and impersonated his victim in a performance for Victor Kudo? In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of this criminal to the court.
Okay. Obviously, The killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
Well, what? Well, witness?
Now that's cute. You think you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you just don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dare you to say it again. Come on, you got the
I
guts.
thought the lion was the king of the jungle.
Top of the food chain, but not necessarily king of the jungle, because I don't think lions really live in jungles. They
Well,
mostly
yeah,
live
but I
in
mean,
large,
that's
open,
just-
grassy plains.
It's just an expression, though, isn't it?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's always been tigers king of the jungle, because that's where they reside, naturally.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I always thought it was the expression was the lion is the king of the jungle. I mean, that Lion King and all that. Remember?
Yeah, but he didn't exactly rule over the jungle area, you know, where like Timon and Pumbaa resided.
I know that, but that's
so,
it's just the expression.
I've never heard that particular one.
Are you-
I've always heard a tiger, but
Hold on, I'm going to fucking Google this real quick because I'm not letting it go.
alright, well, I've got a thing I gotta take care of real quick.
Okay, king of the jungle, animal, lions.
I've never heard lions being king of the jungle. Alright.
I don't know how you couldn't have, but alright.
I've always heard a tiger because
I-
lions don't reside in the jungle.
I've never heard it tiger, and I know lions don't reside in the jungle, but that's always what the expression has been.
That's okay.
Anyway. That's you.
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tigre. It's the defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You've got guts. I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone. I am pathetically weak.
Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Godot.
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't just see the victim. Oh, no.
The Serigo brought him a Javachino, and she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee.
Very impressive, Mr. Godot. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack.
Huh.
Wait, where'd he go?
He was hiding on the table or something.
Found your pen at last, Trite.
It was in my pocket. Ahem. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim, the supposed Mr. Glenelg, and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright?
I think the conclusion is obvious. If the Glenelg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also part of the show.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Mr. Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin her murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Obviously, Viola.
Dun 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 dun. Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
Cadaverini! Ah!
Yeah.
He was making a big mistake. Do you know who Viola's grandfather is? You better be going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean. Stop shaking, Nick.
Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, had stated the following.
Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cackling laugh.
There were just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table who nobody saw, but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio that he supposedly listened to half an hour after it was over. There is only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice. One for real, and one for show. And Mr. Fiero Tigre was the only person who could have committed the crime. Is you. I must have read that somewhat wrong.
I guess. Well, witness, what have you got to say? Sorry, setting up Uber.
Ah, good idea.
That's cute.
Sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around.
What do you mean?
Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go.
Something to think about?
You's got it all wrapped up nice, huh, Wright? But you's missed out on one real important thing.
But that can't be.
I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, you hear?
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
Ha. What a troublemaker.
Troublemaker?
Looks like we're going to need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at trivia between yourself and the victim?
And on that note, we will end the episode here.
Alrighty then.
See you guys next time.
Ties to the victim. Bye.